Hi, hello, greetings to Mr. J.Jinsin. My name is Muhammad Ilman Hafiz bin Muhammad Zaidi. My given matrix number DKA19F1073. I'm from DKA4C. This is the presentation for mini project Environmental Pollution and Control DCC50262. Introduction. Generally, waste is any form of waste that is no longer needed or used. Ingredients. This waste of waste can be classified into three types, namely solid, liquid, and gaseous waste. The rest of that no longer required shall be disposed of in a systematic manner and in a permitted place only. The process of collection, transportation, and disposal of waste must be carried out in accordance with the procedure which have been prescribed by law and the regulation which have been gazetted. The rest of that not taken care of and disposed of properly will usually cause disruption or change to on the balance of the environment, whether the impact on the physical and human environment, deterioration of quality and environmental pollution, especially pollution and scarcity of nature resources, have sparked concern among communities around the world. In essence, human life on the earth needs direct support from the environment. The dependence is very limited because there are various environmental destructions that are being discussed, such as air pollution, water pollution, greenhouse effect, haze, garbage disposal, and biodiversity degradation that directly affect the country's efforts towards sustainable development. Objectives. There are three objectives. Number one, solid waste management issues in Thailand. Number two, causes of solid waste management issues in Thailand. And number three, impact of solid waste management problems in Thailand. Solid waste management issues in Thailand. Continuous garbage generation. Among the issues of solid waste management in Thailand that are seen as increasingly critical is the continuous generation of waste. It is estimated that every Thai has generated 1.5 kg garbage per day. This is a critical issue where the generation of each generated by a Thai citizen is seen to be increasing from time to time. Furthermore, the production of solid waste among Thais occurs at an alarming rate where the process of solid waste generation occurs faster than the process of waste degradation. This indirectly leads to the problems of landfill constraints because the number of existing landfills is not able to accommodate the amount of solid waste that has been collected. Next is dumping site. A landfill is the last dumping ground for waste generated in an area. The lack of suitable land for landfill is seen as one of the factors contributing to the issue of solid waste management. Furthermore, the continuous dumping of garbage that occurs as a result of weaknesses in the garbage collection system causes garbage in landfills to increase. In addition, the high dependence of landfills is managing solid waste also affects the problem of landfill constraints that occur. This is because about 95% of the waste is disposed of at landfills. Third point is inefficiency of concession companies. The issue of solid waste management is also influenced by the inefficiency of the concessionaire in handling solid waste management as prescribed. This inefficiency can be seen in terms of collection, where the set collection time does not adhere to the set schedule. This will cause solid waste left to accumulate over a long period of time to become smelly and attract pests that can carry disease. As a result, water leaking along the road during transportation or on vehicle also reflects the inefficiency of the concession company in disposing of the vehicle used during the collection. Next, causes of solid waste management issues in Thailand. Number 1, rapid urbanization and development process. High population growth and combined with rapid growth of urban population have increased solid waste generation and change in waste composition. The quantity of solid waste generated is comparable to the number of people living in an area. Therefore, it can be seen the population growth, especially in urban areas that are experiencing rapid urbanization, has a great influence on this issue of solid waste management. Point number 2, community attitudes. The continuous generation of solid waste is also influenced by the attitude of a society itself, where the practice of lifestyle is less environmentally friendly. Thus, this affects the management of solid waste, especially in fish-eaten household solid waste. This is due to the community itself, which is less sensitive and even looks lighter on the issue of environmental pollution that occurs. In addition, the lack of knowledge on solid waste management is also one of the causes that lead to the attitude and habits of society in the practice of recycling. Therefore, it can be seen that the attitude of the community is also one of the causes that contribute to the occurrence of issues in solid waste management, and the attitude needs to be changed to ensure environmental sustainability. Point number 3, financial resource constraints. Financial resources are one of the key factors that play a significant role in the success of good solid waste management. Therefore, constraints in financial resources also have a significant impact on the issue of solid waste management, where very high costs are required to ensure effectiveness in the process of solid waste management. Capital constraints make it difficult for local authorities to improve the quality of services to the community in terms of employment, operation, vehicle, and even equipment. This is due to the use of excessive costs required to carry out solid waste management operation, starting from collection to transportation of waste to landfill. Moving on to the third agenda, impact of solid waste management problems in Thailand. First point is impact on the environment. Deficiencies in solid waste management have a negative impact on the environment by producing pollution. Waste flowing into the river from runoff and nearby landfills causes water pollution. This is because the meltwater contains various pollutants, especially heavy metals such as magnesium, zinc, copper, and lead. This will cause the water that irrigates the river to be contaminated with chemicals due to its proximity to the landfill. The water pollution will certainly have an undesirable effect on the ecosystem and also threaten the aquatic animals, especially that inhabit the rivers or lakes near the landfill. Furthermore, the function of the river, which acts as a source of drinking water to the local, will expose them to various dangerous diseases. Point number 2, impact on human. Ineffective solid waste management also indirectly affect humans. This is because irregular solid waste management is seen to attract disease carrying vectors such as Aedes mosquitoes, rats, and cockroaches. As a result, the physical environment becomes unhealthy not only from an external point of view but also creates other side effects such as causing disease and disrupting human health. Furthermore, piles of solid waste left over for a long periods of time result in an increase in the number of such animals and insects. Thus, various diseases have been spread by the presence of disease-carrying vector. For example, the presence of stagnant water encourages the reproduction of Aedes mosquito and thus increase the rate of dengue fever in humans, while the presence of animals such as rat and cockroach act as to spread dangerous diseases such as leptospirosis and even salmonella caused by the presence of bacteria. Measures to overcome the addition of solid waste. Number 1. Providing more recycling bins. A still significant weakness at the moment is the lack of recycling bins to make it easier for the locals to help the authorities to recycle. For example, the ubiquitous disposal of paper and beverage bottles that increase the cost of cleaning and disposing of wasteful waste. Therefore, it is appropriate to create recycling bins wherever, especially office buildings, restaurants, and commercial centers, for the disposal of paper, bottles, aluminum cans, so that other processed materials are re-released for the industrial use, which reducing the need cleaning and disposal. On the other hand, it can also reduce harmful pollution to the environment due to the possibility that the garbage contains harmful substance and can affect health. Among the materials that have been categorized as very dangerous are asbestos, carbon, radioactive, and many others. Number 2. Reduce the use of plastics. The most common solid waste found is plastic. Therefore, the use of plastic in the food industry and as a basket in shopping mall has led to an increase in garbage. Moreover, plastic is our daily use taken between 10 to 1,000 years to decompose. Therefore, the proposed reduction of plastic use can reduce the solid waste for which the actual use of plastic by being replaced with paper. Apart from that, the reduction in the use of plastics can also reduce the use of petroleum oil for the production of plastic. In addition, the use of petroleum to produce plastic will affect the supply of petroleum. The drastic moves by the state of Selangor not to allow the use of plastic starting in 2017 is a wise move to address the problem of solid waste pollution. Last but not least point, use of modern technology in solid waste disposal. The use of solid waste disposal technology is also an effort to overcome the problem of solid waste disposal. To that end, the use of incinerator technology to overcome the problem of solid waste, as well as gasification technology and ash investment, is considered as the latest and safest technology to manage solid waste. In addition, with the new technology, the problems related to environmental pollution that are often encountered in solid waste management, especially in landfills, will be overcome. Among the problems are bad smell, groundwater pollution due to leachate, and the breeding of disease-carrying creatures such as rats and flies, which are often associated with dirt. The use of this technology can also definitely improve the level of solid waste management in the country. Lastly, conclusion. Efforts in preserving the environment is a shared responsibility where all parties must work together in conservation and preservation of the environment, and one of them is through effective solid waste management. This is because this earth is a loan to the present generation rather than the next generation. Therefore, this earth must be preserved as best as possible so that the future generation can enjoy the beauty and continue to strive to preserve the treasures found on this earth. That's all from me. Thank you very much.